Hey crafty friends, it's happy Friday. It's Diane with Bean Street Paper, and I promised I would do a little video about Lazy Man's alcohol ink coloring. I know I've said this before, I am no pro when it comes to alcohol ink coloring. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and then I'm going to show you my super easy Lazy Man's coloring technique. What I do normally is I pre-stamp some card fronts so they're ready so that when I'm watching TV, I can color them at night when I'm with my husband there in the house. So I'm just going to pick one of these, and I'll just pick this Happy Birthday to You. But I have several here that I've stamped that are ready to go, and I stamp them with Memento Tuxedo Black ink so that I can alcohol ink color them. And let's talk about alcohol ink markers. Now, I know I've said this before also, I cannot afford a full set of Copic markers. They're not in my budget. So I have several sets of these cheaper, I think these are like a Tuesday Morning brand. These look a whole lot like the Master's Touch ones at Hobby Lobby also, so they could be the same. And then I have some Spectrum Noirs. One thing I've noticed about the cheaper alcohol ink markers, now these guys, these don't even have numbers on them. That's, I think, how old they are. They're just named. But like some of these larger ones, they do have numbers, so anything in the JG family should blend. What I've noticed though is that normally one is super light and one is super dark, and I can never get them to blend well. So I've solved that problem. Let me put a piece of white cardstock under this. Now I like to color my image on a piece of white cardstock because I like to swatch and see what color I want to use. So I think I'm going to do a yellow one, a yellow flower. Let me pull out some yellows here and see which one. Oh, that's purple, not yellow. There's a couple yellows. I do have a few yellows. So let's see which one we want to use. That's really dark. Probably not that one. That's a possibility. Canary. Let's see this one. That's a possibility also. I used to go crazy trying to get, trying to find a matching set of alcohol ink markers. Ooh. Okay, well, that's almost brown, but that's okay because I'm going to use that for the center of the flower. So I know that. Okay, and I don't like that. Okay, so it's between these two. So I have, that's pretty bright. Let's go with this canary. You guys are gonna laugh when you see this technique. So what I do is I go through my image, and anywhere that I think it should be darker, I lay down a little bit of color. Okay? So anywhere that I think there would be a shadow, right here, probably right here. Okay. Anywhere there's like a crease. Okay, and then I need to be super careful in here because I don't want to go over my... Actually, I probably could because it's going to be... Okay. Oh, and then this guy. I'm gonna just do all the same color flowers. Okay, and then instead of trying to find a marker that matches this, I just simply go over it with the same color marker. And when it hits what I've already colored, it automatically makes that spot a little bit darker. So, I don't know if you noticed. See that? It looks just like it's shaded. I just make sure I go over it twice. So it's a little bit darker there, automatically. I find that this is, now this only works if you're using all one color. If you're trying to, you know, shade or use a bunch of different colors, like purple in the middle and then pink and then as you go out and then white, it doesn't work. So, but because I'm using all one color, it does work that way. And then of course I try to only use one color. I like alcohol ink markers, but I much prefer Gamsol and colored pencils. And I just don't have the patience to mess around with with all that. So, also, I apologize for any noise you guys hear right now. My husband is outside the door of my she shed. He's putting a porch on for me. A little step down porch for me. We were gonna put flower pots, but I decided I wanted a porch. So he is out there doing that for me. Because my shed is situated in such a way that I don't think, I don't have a green thumb anyway, but I don't think I could grow anything out there. It's shady most of the day. Now I know there's things that grow in the shade, but yeah. So see, I just keep working my way around. And if you notice, it gives it just a natural shading. Super easy. And if I don't think it's shaded enough, I just simply do a little bit more. Okay. And then I will go through and let me think about what colors I used for. I think I used these two. I didn't, whoop. I didn't want my leaves to be quite the same color, so let's see what this is. Chartreuse. Yeah, it's too light. Does it take a little longer to do it this way? Probably. Okay, so stay. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go do these leaves and then do a little bit more towards. You really aren't gonna be able to tell. They're so tiny, but I just think there's so many things I could be doing besides trying to match my alcohol ink markers. Now, if I had Copics, I'm sure it would be easier, but like I said, they are not in my budget. Okay. Oop, there's a little stem right there I missed. sleeves, I will make this bamboo color, and I'll just do the same thing. I'll go through and color darker where I think the shading should be. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'll go back. Oh, missed one. Then I'll go back and color again. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There is a mad chicken outside. The joys of crafting in a she shed. You can hear the chickens, you can hear my husband. Alright, I see I missed 2 little stems there, so I'm gonna go back and do them real quick. Okay, and then the one thing that I said I was gonna save this yucky brown for was this middle of this flower. I'm not really gonna try to shade this much because I'm gonna use some glimmer in there to make it, maybe I will. Here. Now, I think I will take, oh, this stamp right here, in case you guys were wondering, is a stamp set called Birthday Blooms by Stampin' Up. It's retired. It's very retired. I'm gonna take this little dot. I don't have a smaller block, sorry. And I'm going to also take, oops, my gray archival ink watering can. And I think I'm just gonna stamp, what I'm gonna do is stamp it and stamp off, and then stamp like here. Woo! That would have been bad. Luckily it fell over there. Whew. Accidents happen, guys. Oh, I forgot to stamp off. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. But I also noticed that I missed a whole leaf right there. Okay. Well, that's a bummer that I did that there, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Probably I'm the only one that'll notice, right? And that's what makes it handmade. Okay, so normally I would use my Wink of Stella there, but I want to show you guys what I have discovered, and you guys might already know this. I found this stuff. It's called Spectrum Noir Sparkle, right? And it is like Wink of Stella, but you put it on with a brush. And it comes in a lot of different colors. Like, look, this is clear, but there's silver, gold. So I have red, I have blue, I have purple, I have a color called Cosmos, which is a pretty pink. I mean, there's a bunch of different colors, so I really enjoy this much more than the Wink of Stella. Now, I do still use my Wink of Stella, but I super, super like this. Look at this. Look at how glimmery that is. It's super, super glimmery. Now it'll pipe down a little bit when it dries, but it is super, super sparkly. I love it. I love it. I don't know if you can you see that? Look at how shimmery that is. So that's it, friends. All I'm gonna do now is cut a piece of yellow cardstock, which I don't happen to have on my desk. And finish the card. Let me do my... I wasn't really gonna make a whole card. I was just gonna show you the coloring part. But hey, while we're here, we might as well do it, right? Okay, so let me find a piece of yellow cardstock back in a flash. Actually, I'm not going very far. I'm just going right here because I believe this is a little gold. However, it is going to be behind, and there's not going to be a whole lot of it. Because remember, I told you guys I like my mats. Let me do it this way. I like my mats tiny. So it's just going to be 1/8 of an inch longer. Okay. Just like that. I think it needs to be like a sliver shorter. I know that didn't seem like a whole lot that I cut off there, but I'm a little crazy when it comes to stuff like that. So see if this is dry. Not quite yet. All right, so we'll do it the opposite way. We're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna put the glue on the mat because my little there we go. Center this guy on here. Okay, now don't laugh at me. I still think this bottom part is just a scooch. I touched it with my finger and I rubbed some off, so I had to fix it. I know, I'm crazy. Here is, maybe just a little bit more. There we go. That's closer. It's closer. It's not perfect, but it's closer. All right, and then again, I'm gonna have to do this backwards because that's still a little bit wet, so I will just be careful to try to get it inside the all right. there you go. Lazy Man's Alcohol Ink Coloring. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment below. I love to hear from you guys. I hope you all have a great weekend. It's nice and sunny here in North Carolina. A little chilly, but go forth and be crafty, my friends.